car right now, and I am on my way to see Angels and Airwaves. If you guys do not know, that is Tom DeLonge from Blink-182's side project band. Well, now it's like his official band since he dropped Blink, which sucks. At first I was not really a fan of the whole Matt Skiba thing, but then I'm not gonna lie, he kind of grew on me. Like I don't mind him, you know. At first I was like, no, it's not the same without Tom, but I've seen them enough times live with Matt to know that it's okay. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I was kind of just like, I love Tom, so everyone else sucks. But no, Matt's not a problem, and you know, he did really well on the albums that he worked on, that he made songs on with them on. So I'm not mad at it. But I did meet Tom a long time ago, a few years ago, at a book signing at To the Stars Academy. I went over there and I met him. It was really cool. I'll have videos of that. I'll link them down below if you want to watch them. And he was really nice, and it was cool, and everything was amazing. But I never got to see him play. I've seen Blink a handful of times, but without Tom, and that just sucks. There's just something about seeing Tom on stage that's like, I have to see it. So I'm finally going to. He's playing tonight, and he's also playing tomorrow in Anaheim. I got tickets for both, so heck yeah. I unfortunately had to sell my tickets for tomorrow because, as some of you may know, I recently got a new puppy named Movie. If you don't know about her yet, then you haven't been watching my channel, because she's like everywhere, even on Instagram. Oh, by the way, follow her on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, so I need to get like a babysitter for her because she's currently on medication, so I can't just leave her alone. And it's like, people don't really want that responsibility, you know, to give a dog medication. But so I have to always find a babysitter. And yeah, I had bought these tickets before I got her, so I didn't, you know, I thought like I'd be free to go to both days, but it's totally okay. I'm not mad. At least I get to see him once. I'm happy about that. So I'm going to the downtown show tonight. It should be really fun. I saw online that he plays a couple of Blink songs, so I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna show the rest of this video will just be, you know, the live show, so it won't be like a typical vlog. You probably won't see me anymore. But so yeah, if that's something you're interested in, then just, you know, keep watching. Yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.
It's not a caramel macchiato, there's whiskey, honey, water, lemon, estrogen. A little dash of white claw. The more I drink, the better I think I sound. About 10 years ago, Mr. Alon Rubin and I were walking through an area just west of here. It was insane. It was out kind of near the beach, not totally Santa Monica, but not totally Beverly Hills. It was a secret place. We heard that there lay a very magical flower, that if we would take it and pluck it the right way, and if we smoked it and inserted it as an enema, we would be able to see each other's love for each other. So we did all that. We hiked through those hills. We found this flower. We inserted it into our butts. And it turned out it wasn't a magical flower, it was poison oak. But he looked at me and he said, what's not important is the flower that we put inside of our butts. What's important is that it represents the love that we have for each other. And I'm sitting there and I need chamomile. Wait, is that a tea? What's the shit you put on yourself? Aloe vera? No, those are what the seed. You guys all know what this is? Pharmaceutical students. Any case, he's putting the ointment on my sore areas. And he says, look, I'm going to channel a love song to you, Tom. What I'm feeling in my heart. We don't need a magical flower. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the song that he came up with on the spot. Thank you. When I was your age, I picked up this battle axe. Now, when you start playing guitar, my man, there's only two things that you can do. One is you can say, you know what, I want to start a punk band that gets really big and sings really bad, drugs. That's not what I started playing guitar for. I didn't think that was possible. The only other thing you can do when you start playing guitar is to try and get some of those hot birdies at your school. And he knows what I'm talking about, but man down there, he does exactly. I got so many of these fucking things, we don't care. So when I started playing guitar, I started writing love songs. And I would call up these girls, and I was 13. I was probably fucking 12. What grade are you in? 8, yeah. If I looked like you when I was in 8th grade, I would have gotten the girls, but I didn't get those girls. You know what I did? I called them up, and their dads would answer the phone, and their dad would be like, hello. Hello there. And I'd be all like, hey, your daughter there? And you would put her on the phone, and I would say, hey, I wrote you a song. These early blinkers. Well, not one of those girls ever made sweet love to me. I didn't really expect that in junior high. I don't know what I wanted. I saw it on Top Gun, Tom Cruise. I remember watching Top Gun as a kid and they were what is that? Tom's touch, that little silver. Remember that? Tom's touch? Yes. I see you, motherfucker. Well, guess what? When I was a sophomore, my guitar playing got a little bit better. And it was Christmas. So I went to this girl and I grew the balls to ask her on a date. And I went up to her and I said, hey, sweet Betty, would you like to go on a date with me tonight? And she said, she looks at me and she goes, oh, I'm sick. Alright. She was really fucking be sick because I'm so fucking handsome. I play guitar. Well, that night, it was Christmas, remember? So I dressed up as Santa Claus for this family Christmas party. And I had to play Santa. And I remember afterwards, I was still dressed up like fucking Santa. And I decided to go buy some flowers and a get well card for this girl. And I went to her house, and I knocked on the door, and fucking, again, her dad answers the phone. And I'm like, fucking daughter home? Just up like a fucking prick. And he looks at me and he goes, no, she's out with her friends. You know what I said? Well, good. These flowers are for you, motherfucker. Kiss me. Kiss me. I pulled that man into me and I squeezed those butt cheeks for hours. Well, there's another part to this story. This is the good part. Squeezing her dad's butt cheeks was a good part, but it's not the best part. Well, you see, a couple years later, Blink starts getting kind of big, right? East and Southern California. And so we go up and we play this show in Santa Barbara. And shut the fuck up, it's my point. And she fucking shows up to the show and meets me out back as I'm like loading in or some shit. And she goes, hey, maybe we can go out tonight after you play. You know what I said to her? Fuck you, I'm too big for you. I'm a fucking rock star. There's 94 people at this show. 15 of them are for us. I should have gone out with her that night. Well, any case, now back to the moral of the story. My man, 2 reasons for playing guitar. One is to be in a big rock band, and the other one is to get the hot birdies at your school. One of those worked out for me. Songs like this. Where are you? I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody and always. This strange darkness comes creeping on, so wanting every time. Now they stare at a webs from all the spiders, catching things and eating their insides. Like indecision to call you. Didn't hear your voice of treason. Will you come home and stop this pain tonight? Stop this pain tonight. Time on me, you're already the voice inside my head. Don't waste your time on me, you're already the voice inside my head. Don't waste your time on me, you're already the voice inside my head. We're talking, don't waste your time on me, you're already the voice inside my head. John. Okay. Gotta clear this throat. I've been sick, but I got the power of the Lord coming through me. I've got lots of energy tonight. This is fucking Metallica's up here. I miss you. Sorry. Back on track here. When we started Angels and Airwaves, I had this idea. I thought, well, you know what? I want to do something where we can take, a little bit of this adult life, of how you see yourself, what you want to do with your life, and what you want to see in the world, Well, how do I put that all into a band? A lot of the punk rock kids were like, this shit is punk. Love ain't punk. But I needed to come around, And then I was like, well, maybe if we made films and told stories, people would kind of understand where we're coming from. So I created this little company called To The Stars to do such a thing. There was a point where I thought I would never play music on the stage again because I thought I would always make music. I was like, I'm always going to record music, but, you know, I got to tell these stories. And out of the few stories I wanted to tell, there was one specific story. And I was really obsessed with this idea that this can't all be there is in the universe, just us, you know? There's no fucking way. We're going across generation by generation killing each other over stupid shit. So I got really, really obsessed in what was possibly else out there. And I decided to take a couple years off and make some friendships within the US government. It took me a while. But I was pitching these ideas. I was like, you know, I have an idea that maybe I can help discuss a few things with you guys. And they looked at me and they were like, well, none of this shit's true, but we want to hear your ideas. So, what was just To The Stars became To The Stars Academy of Arts and Science, where those friendships that I made within the CIA, the DOD, and other places, they decided to come out and do something really special. And now you might have seen some articles a couple weeks ago where the tide is starting to change a little bit, isn't it? And for a lot of people here that don't know what I'm talking about, your world is about to change. And over the next 24 months, I think shit's gonna start to get really intense. For the better. And then my goal, like I said years ago when I met these guys, was we can all come together as one. Where young people take over the world for the first time, for the last time. And now you're gonna sing this song with me, yeah? There's something in the back room. Hope it's not the creatures from above. You used to read me stories as if my dreams were boring. We all know conspiracies are dumb. No, you're not. And there's something very wrong. And I know it must be late. Because since yesterday, I'm not like you guys. I'm having sex with
It is each starborn into the infinite blackness of space. Your soul is an antenna that allows
one moment where you really felt that we were telling you you can do